Afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Debz Cooper, Global Stressologist, currently in Ngaruawahia, which is the North Island of New Zealand. So welcome, thanks for coming back. Now, this is possibly going to be a very quick one because as I'm sitting outside with this amazing view, which is so tranquil and lovely, it's starting to rain. As soon as I sat down, I'm like, uh-oh. So I may just be a little bit quick in saying this. So, welcome. Today we're actually talking about why you're feeling like blah. And it's really one that's alerted me over the last, well, during this isolation lockdown period, but it's really alerted me to a lot of people who are feeling like blah, including myself, during this time and with what's going on around us. So let me address why you're feeling like blah. So for a start, I actually would like to say you're normal, you're common, and it's okay. Normal, common, okay. As much as somebody who doesn't cry or has low energy, all of a sudden it hits you, you're normal, it's common, and it's okay. Every day is different. We have different waves that come upon us, and it can creep up on you. So if you're not expecting anything like this, it may happen very quickly, it may not happen very quickly. So it actually just happens. So when I say that it creeps up on you, it is common, you're normal, and it's okay. So things can actually happen why this is actually happening. So number one is sleep. If you haven't slept well the night before, or you have slept well, you'll notice that there's a different pattern when you wake up in the morning. So sleep is really important. The next one is food. So when I talk about food, I talk about drink, what you're nourishing yourself with whatever that is. So it's not just food. It's as the dog just runs away. It's lots of fun around here. Oh yeah, there's a motorbike. So it's not just about food, it's what you're nourishing your soul with. So that's your intake of what goes in and out of your mouth. So food, drink, alcohol, any of these things can affect you in the way you feel. The other one is your social circle. So your social circle can be affected with the friends around you, whether it's family, whatever it is, when I say social circle. But just remember, it's actually other people's stuff. When other people have stuff on, this can affect you and make you feel like blah. So the key is not to take on other people's stuff. Which is quite a challenge for some people sometimes because we want to help people, but we're actually taking on their energy. So if you have somebody who's felt like blah for a week or two and you're the one who's trying to perk them up, remember that whole oxygen mask trick from the aeroplanes, because you can't help those people sometimes if you're not nourishing your soul. So they also say, there's a saying, fill your own cup up first, and that's exactly what it is fill your own cup up first. Look after yourself because you can't help others. Oh, got that tag of the way. So social circle is a really important one, and not taking on other people's stuff, which I know is quite a challenge. So even for myself, who works with people daily, right from early morning to late at night or whatever time it is, I've learned not to take on other people's stuff. Yes, definitely feel for them, but also not take that on. So work can affect you. Work can make you feel blah. What's going on at work? Right now, some people are losing jobs, some people aren't losing jobs, some people are asking for more money than others, some people are losing money, so it's around that. Work can definitely have an impact. And weather. So I sit here and I can see the rain coming on me, which I'm just concerned about my laptop. That's all. So weather can make you feel like blah. If you have a beautiful sunny day, for me, that just makes me feel amazing over a day when it's really draining, weary, wet, and cold outside, unless you're warm inside. Because one of the things I absolutely love to do is be warm. So whether it's warmth from a hot water bottle, a cup of hot water, whatever it is, your heat pump, your air conditioning, whatever it is that gets you going, your fire. So our weather can play a large impact on our blahness. You may say you want to get in the garden, but what happens is the garden today, you can't get out purely because of the weather. So that's going to go, those things that you've said in your list of priorities that you're going to get done haven't been done. So these are all things that actually make you feel like blah. And I love that you'd be taking notes. I forgot to say that. So that would be super cool. The other thing is your lifestyle. And so when I talk about your lifestyle, that pretty much sums up everything that I've said, plus a few other things. So that's your clothes, your mood, you're weighing yourself. If you're hanging around people who are smokers and you don't like smoke, if you're hanging around people who drink and you don't like to drink, all those things, the adverts on TV, whatever your lifestyle is, if you're sleeping in bed till 12 o'clock or not sleeping at night, any of those things can have a large impact on your blahness. The other one I'd like to touch is social media. Now, social media this week's really had an impact in my blahness. And it's there's COVID. There's clearly COVID, which is going on now around the world. But also the George Floyd, Black Lives Matter. This has left a very large, humbling piece in my heart, and I'm still processing on how to address it, but this has left a very large blah in my world. So social media can have a very large impact. What people are doing, what people are not doing, people making decisions and doing stuff that you just think is absolutely ridiculous, beautiful things that people are doing. This can all play a part in your feeling of blah. So society can play that role. I often look at social media and go, why would you post that? Why would you say that? Why would you do that? I feel you don't have to put a lot of things out on social media, just what you feel like putting out. But I don't understand a lot of stuff. So I'm processing my stuff and I'm knowing my triggers, ultimately, if I call them triggers. So these are things that are making me feel like blah, that things that come upon us very quickly and can, like I said at the start, can creep up on you, and they can be waves that just come and they can knock you down with those waves, or they can just brush your feet and make you acknowledge them and be aware of them. So whatever type it is. So social media can play a very large role in this. You're comparing yourself to others is another interesting one. So when we compare ourselves, and social media is definitely one that we call upon, but when we compare ourselves to others, we're looking at, well, they have that, I don't have that, or they don't have that, I'm much better than them, or any of that self-righteousness or hierarchy. So comparing yourself to others of what's going on in their relationship, finances, physical appearance, any of those things can make you feel like blah. So it's just, you just got to remember you're doing the best for what you have right in front of you right now. You're doing the best for what you have right in front of you now. I know I talked a little bit about lifestyle and what you have around you, so it's just surroundings as well. And when you change your surroundings, I talked about this a few weeks ago. Even if you are feeling you're claustrophobic or tight in your house or anything like that, and you just want to go outside, then go outside, wrap up. If it's cold, wrap yourself up warm, put a hat on, put a big fluffy jacket, take an umbrella or anything, just go sit outside or do something that's very different to you. So that change of surroundings, can just escape you from what's really happening, but can also just get you grounded to what's really important to you right now. So the key for this is actually to stop. And when you start feeling like blah, stop and recognize it. Stop and go, oh, this is the blah that Deborah was talking about. The things that she said, this is this blah energy. And you know this blah energy, you just blah. There's no actually way of describing, well, I probably could describe it. You're low vibe, you sometimes don't want to shower, you don't want to do your hair, you don't want to put on something bright, you just blah, you're just feeling like blah, nothing's going to motivate you in your mind. So stop right now and acknowledge it. and be grateful for it. So when I say grateful, be grateful it's actually made you stop whatever's going on and recognize it, because this blahness is a part of who you are and what you recognize to help you get through. So it's really important to stop and go, okay, I feel like blah. Why is this? What's going on? What's truly going on? So it gives you that time to reflect of what's important. Oh, here we go. We're getting wetter. So what are your expectations? I'll talk really quickly. What are your expectations of going on right now? Okay, I'm actually going to move. Confused here. I'm just going to move because it's getting heavier and heavier and I'm more concerned about my computer. So I'm just going to stand with the computer right here. Right here, I'm just going to stand right there. That's where my setup was. I'm just going to stand right here. So what are your expectations that you have right now in this world? What are others, if I stand out, I might be able to see you a little while. What are others' expectations of what they want of you? Have a look at what the expectations they want of you. It's really important to have a look and assess what it is. When you recognize what they are, it's time to change things. And when I say time to change things, change the people around you, change your healthy lifestyle or unhealthy lifestyle, whatever you want to label it. Change those things around you that are important to you. And then find joy to what makes you smile. Find joy in certain things. If you have to watch Netflix or you have to chill on the couch or do whatever, then do that. But if that's what you've got to do to shut yourself down, then do that. But just find joy in it. Just go, okay, I'm going to watch a documentary, or I'm going to watch something that's going to make me zone out, or something that's going to make me laugh, or something that's going to make me cry. Just know that there's joy in that and shutting yourself down right now. And the last tip I'm going to say is be grateful. So when I say be grateful, write a letter to yourself and be grateful for the situation you're in, because it's about acknowledging who you are and what's going on right now in your world. So there's clearly more I could fill in this, but I'm going to skip this one because what's made me feel like blows is getting cold and wet out here. So thanks for joining me. I will see you next week. If there's a particular subject you'd love me to cover, let me know. Other than that, I will see you maybe from Ngaruawahia. I don't know where I'll be next week. Thanks for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day and be okay. It's common, it's normal, and be okay.